You made it.
What's up, bro?
How are you?
Pretty good, man. I'm just trying to get through this injury, bro. I don't know if you knew, but I messed up my I was shrugging and I messed up my
Trap.
trap, and it actually went from my back to my right arm and caused a lot of nerve damage.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So, Leo, by the way, meet Craig. Craig, meet Leo.
What up, Leo? Leonardo DiCaprio.
Thank you, Craig.
So you pinched a nerve in your trap, and now you got that sharp pain down your arm and shit, right?
Yeah. It's my I've been working out since 2003, and I've never been injured in my life. It's my first one ever, bro. So it's really fucking weird to me.
It's probably like you got no strength in the arm, right? You can't do much with it.
There's no strength. So I can pretty much, I can't really train chest, triceps, and shoulders. Really, that I could only go like really moderate weight. Legs and back, I can still go pretty hard. So I've been focusing more on that.
Right.
Yeah. So, right now, the gear's low, the food is low. There's really no reason to go nuts when you can't train, super hard,
Yeah, no, that's, are you frustrated?
Yeah, a little bit. I got a chiropractor working on me 2 to 3 times a week now. And he's saying I'm getting a little better each time. So
yeah,
that's cool, man. But yeah, I'm just excited, man. Once this is everything's back to being healed, man, I want to fucking go hard like at least one more time, and push some crazy numbers again. Just one more time, I think, and then maybe find my foundation.
Just push the 400. Fuck it.
I was thinking more like maybe 375, but just one more time, then I'll just chill out for a while.
I'll just cruise at 320.
Yeah.
What are you at now, right? What are you weighing right now?
Well, right now I'm as crazy as it sounds, man. Like I said, I'm not really taking too much. I'm not going hard, and somehow I still managed to be in the 340s. I have no clue how, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, okay. I don't know how, dude. Fairly lean too. Not like I was, but before Corona, I got a couple pictures of it too. I was at my all-time craziest. I was about 360, and
Jesus.
abs were ablazing, bro. No gut, no insulin, no HGH. Like waist was still pretty trim, bro.
Now was your best, you think?
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I was going to start, I was actually going in crazy mode to get my YouTube rolling. And then Corona happened.
I know. And you got fucked there in Vegas hard.
No gyms, dude. So I was like, okay, now's the perfect time to get natty, and give myself a break. So that's what I did,
Yeah, everyone's becoming natural now. Actually, Greg Doucette is popularizing it. So you should just do TRT also, 140 milligrams. You can stay at 55. There's no need to actually lose weight. But hey, are you the biggest bodybuilder since Greg Kovacs, if you think about it? I think technically you're the biggest bodybuilder since, or maybe including him. I don't know.
Well, yeah. So this is my theory. I always get compared to Greg Kovacs all the time. Like, you're not the biggest, Greg was. But to me, like, I'm not hating at all, man. Greg was a monster. I've heard amazing things about him. But, at 400, he had a gut. And you'll never see me with that. You'll always see me with, like, some type of visible abs. And to me, that's bodybuilding, keeping the waist trim, not getting too fat, So, I mean, like, I honestly feel like, I had a crazier physique at him at 400, me at 360. I think it'd look a lot crazier if you put us side to side in his prime. Because, like, dude, I can honestly, dude, like, I am not even trying to brag. I could hit 400 so easy if I wanted to, bro. But why would I want to do that and be fat? I'd be fat, dude. I'd have a
that's not. Yeah. He always had a gut anyway, so.
Yeah. I'm not about that life, man. I'm not about the HGH roided gut. You'll never see that on me. You know what I mean? I'm not a believer in that. Like, I'm a believer in keeping the waist as small as possible and being as big as possible up top. You know what I mean? When you're at it, that is.
Yeah. It's always been that way, but bodybuilding hasn't been since you got started. And it changed and became that way since you got started, which is confusing because you stopped competing in 2013. So people would think that you seeing the change in bodybuilding, saying, hey, your frame is very wide. Your clavicles are very wide. Did you ever think of going to try to either compete in classic physique or in normal bodybuilding because the judges' thoughts may have changed? Their priorities may have changed?
Honestly, like, Nick's known me a lot. Me and Nick, we go way back, dude.
Yeah,
I actually watched him win the USAs. I was there.
Yeah.
I remember seeing.
I remember Myspace was the first time I think I talked to you. I think that's when it all started.
Yes, dude. I remember when you I remember when you first came on, like back in the day, dude, like when I was really heavy into bodybuilding, you first appeared. I remember the first time I ever saw you, it was MD was really popular, muscular development.
Yeah.
And in the trenches, you did or something like that. And I was just like mind blowing how big you were at your age. I was like, I didn't want to say I was hating, but I was like, damn.
Well, because you were still like, I'm not calling you like a stripper, but you were the stripper body still. You were still like abs, arms. Like, I think you might have been still natural there, right? Was that when you're natural?
No, absolutely not. No,
okay.
So
you were you were like jacked, not skinny, but like jacked, like physique looking. And then you went into like another fucking dimension, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really start hitting like the huge look till 2010. That's when I first hit 310.
Yeah. I remember when you competed, you were at MHP. I think you were at MHP then, right?
You were with
Musclehead.
Yeah, which is the same company.
Yeah. But you were West Coast, I was East Coast. And then, you know, but I remember when you did, I think what year did you compete? What was the last show you did?
13. I did the LA.
Cal. LA.
With Breon, it was Breon for the overall. It was me, Breon, and Matt Porter. Crazy lineup.
Holy shit.
And also another guy that was in that show, Danny Hester.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it was kind of a cool last show to do, you know?
That was a good show. But yeah, it was in the trenches. Yeah, that was MD. The forums were big then. MySpace was just like, Facebook was still for, I think, colleges at the time. I don't think it was even.
Facebook to me, so I had a big ass following on MySpace too.
You had massive.
For MySpace, for a young male on MySpace, I had a big ass following.
Yeah, it was huge.
It wasn't for being huge. It was like the Greg Plitt look. I had like the stripper body, like you said.
Yeah.
And then I was doing really good. I was making a lot of money off MySpace doing the photo shoots and all that stuff. Like people actually paid me for photo shoots back then.
Yeah, back then, there was good money in that shit.
Yeah. So I mean, I was always doing that stuff on the side and pocketing a lot of cash. And then Facebook happened and ruined everything because you only had 5,000 friends.
Yeah. They maxed you out.
Yeah. So you can't do shit with 5,000 friends. 5,000 friends. So like when Facebook happened, it kind of fucked up like that whole.
Yeah, it did. It did fuck up everything.
Instagram happened in 2012, and I was like, okay, let's check this out. Now it's enormous.
Yeah, now it's crazy.
How did you transition from competitive bodybuilding into what you do now, which is coaching, as well as you have a clothing line, I think?
Yeah, what up? Say what's up? New addition right here. Sorry.
Tell everyone what the website is because I didn't add it to the template because you didn't respond to us quickly.
Yeah. So there's no website right now. Let me explain that. You're probably wondering why. Okay, so basically what happened is, Nick, me and Nick, we go so way back. He knows my shit. So I was doing the clothing full time. That was my main gig. It was just clothing, and a little coaching. I was doing that 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, and a little of 20. And then once the coaching started getting more popular and I bought my house, as you can see, I'm in my new house.
Congrats, by the way.
Thanks, man. I just started getting really lazy with wanting to do the orders and go to the post office. I'm just being real with you. I'm not trying to, be that guy, but I got lazy as fuck and I just don't want to ship shit anymore. So I just took a break from it. So now I'm going to have some company do it for me. So it should be out in the next 3 or 4 weeks, I'd say. That's the new way to do it now. Just have people do shit for you.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
It's called drop shipping, right? Where you have a company that you've...
yes. They just take a bigger cut. You just sit back and you just sip on that H2O flat.
Okay, wait, let's start from the beginning for a second because I tried to... Your name is so cool. Like Palumbo told you. By the way, I've done a lot of research on you for this interview I watched. I watched Palumbo's interview, then I watched Fuad's interview because it was pretty recent, actually. Fuad's interview was...
Yeah, that was pretty recent. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy how that happened, man. So, they asked me to come on, and you're
not big on interviews anyway, though.
No, this is my third. I mean, the only ones I've ever really done is Palumbo, Fawad, and this is my third.
Yeah,
we all say his name incorrectly by accident. We've called.
Did I say it wrong?
Last time we just called him Food, but it's just all by accident. No, don't worry.
Yeah.
Greg's not in on the jokes. Don't worry, it's not.
That guy, he goes way back too. Man, I remember when I first started seeing pictures of him. I started working out in 2003, I think. And I remember even seeing him back then. So these guys go way back, man. But
I first saw pictures of you in 2005, actually, when you had just started. Maybe 2 or 3 years later, you were online.
Yeah, 2005. I was still natural. That's when I was like, I was like a solid 230, 225, 230, solid, like shredded.
Yeah, you were shredded.
And what's funny is all I ate was Burger King and Chinese food. I didn't know what a diet was.
So true too. It's crazy.
And dude, I got so much hate. Like I was a mill stripper back then, and all the guys, they were just like, so what are you taking? Like D-ball? I'm like, what's that? They're like, ha 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 ha. Like, yeah. I'm like, what is that? Is that like
I know.
A pre-workout or? And they hated on me, dude. They're like, why does he lie? Why does he lie? Because they were taking all this shit and they didn't have that like physique like I had, but
but you were taking pro hormones, right? Because
I did take that I did do, yeah. But you know what? When people come at me with that, it's like, bro, I walked in GNC about one. Come on.
Yeah, they were in GNC. Yeah,
they were in GNC, dude. Stop calling. Yeah. He's not. He claims natty, but he wasn't. He was taking pro hormones from GMC, motherfucker. Like, come on, dude. They were behind the glass case when you. Yes, they were in glass cases.
You couldn't get to them. You had to have your mom come with you.
It was pretty trippy watching the interview that you had with Fuad because that was really recent actually. I think it was in June or July, and then God rest his soul, Luke passed.
So Luke actually got me on. Me and Luke would DM, and dude, it was so cool talking to Luke, man. He was always so cool and supportive. He's like, dude, how do you get so fucking monstrous? When you hear another monster saying that, you're like, yeah, like you're so fucking huge. I'm just like, thanks, bro. That's so cool to hear from you, And we talk a lot. And me and him were gonna write. Nick knows I'm a musician too.
Yeah.
And we were gonna write a song together, and I was so excited, dude, because he plays drums and I do drums and guitar. So I was already if I could go on my phone and show you.
That's crazy.
I was sending him guitar riffs to just play drums to. And we were gonna do a YouTube track, and we are gonna make a metal song. And I was so excited. And then, dude, like I talked to him, and like literally a day or two later, he's gone. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? And then I lost my sister 2 days after that. My fucking sister passed away.
That was bad.
What is going on, dude?
Yeah, that was a rough patch for you. I remember that.
Yeah, that was a rough week.
Did she pass suddenly? I'm very sorry to hear that.
Yeah, she passed away. It was drugs.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but we weren't super close. We talk here and there. She still lived in Cleveland, but yeah, dude, that was a rough week for me, man. Losing my sister and Luke, who I was talking to all the time. Never even met him, but we were, exchanging a lot of DMs.
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of the things people don't talk about enough with the coronavirus is that people who are maybe like slightly depressed or slightly anxious, that they don't have any social contact anymore, they're stuck at home. Like maybe we're saving like 1% of the population that doesn't care about their health and won't listen to warnings about leaving the house. But we have random other people that are dying. And people like me whose health is just getting worse because I'm not exercising. I'm just hanging out in my,
Are gyms back open, Craig, by you?
They never closed. I mean, they closed. They closed during the first actual corona, which was.
But that was it.
April, May, June, something like that.
Oh, okay, all right.
But yeah, they never closed since then.
Oh, okay, good.
In Cali, I heard they're all closed and stuff, which is I just don't understand like how that's fair. How you can have gyms like closed down 3 hours away from you, and then here they're open.
Yeah, I'm in the OC where I used to live, and they just closed down again, I think.
Yeah, Nick, are you guys still in New York?
Yeah, I'm in pretty much New York. I'm like right there. Gyms here, gyms are still only like I think 25% here still. So
wow,
it's still weird. And plus, they can't stay open later than 8 o'clock. So it's fucking weird, dude. Like it's still weird. And there's like when you go, there's no one there. Like it's like there's like 2 people. Like everyone's still scared shitless to go to the fucking gym, which is so bizarre. I've gotten corona.
Let me tell you something. It's like a little smack on the wrist. You get sick. you get sick. You lay on the couch 4 or 5 days. Little H2O flow. You're good. Like dude, relax. Like people are like, I'm so scared. It's like the fucking flu, man. Come on.
I know. It's crazy.
You're closing businesses down. People are losing their jobs. I've watched 3 of my closest friends have to leave Vegas because they can't make money and pursue other careers. It's like, what are you doing? Like over a flu? Come on, guys. Like, come on. Like, you know, and we all take a hurting. I took a hurting when Corona first. I mean, I'm a coach. You're a coach.
Yep.
You need gyms, you know, to coach.
My coaching business died, dude. Fucking died.
But you're doing a lot of other things though, man.
Thank God. Like, thank God. I told Leo that all the time. Like, thank God I started other things, because if I was still like 100% Coach Nick, I don't know what I would have done this year. Because a lot of my competitors were a lot of my clients were competitors. So I'm sure your friends that are like in the club scene over there are probably like really fucked up, right?
Well, they're the ones I was talking about. They had to leave. A few of them had to leave.
Are clubs open? Like nothing?
No.
Fuck. That's scary.
They haven't been since the beginning of the year.
Jesus. Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's same way. People who work in clubs or people who work in brunches and things like that. They're
nightlife stuff. Yeah.
Horrible. But what I was going to ask you is, your name is very cool, like PJ Braun. David Palumbo pointed out, Goliath. It almost sounds like Goliath. So I did a little bit of research before we spoke. I was trying to figure out, where are you from? And it seems to be from Czechoslovakia. Is that correct?
Oh wow, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I found your ancestor.
So let me. Wow, I can't believe you've done your research. So that's actually really weird. You knew that. So I am actually Italian, German, Irish, but I'm a tad Slovakian too. But I never tell people that because it's just a tad. So when I heard you say that, I was like, damn, how the hell? So I'm Italian, German, Irish, and then I'm a little Slovakian too. So I guess that's where it came from. You're right. Wow, that's insane.
Well, it's not that. It's just I have a hobby of looking at ancestry stuff, so it's easy.
Okay, yeah. So
but
you could be right. You could absolutely be right.
That's have an ancestor who was born in 1888, who moved to eventually Ohio, I think, and he was.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think his name was Frank, and you're a junior, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah.
So I always joke, if I have a son, I'll probably name him Craig, so he can just be Craig the Third. I'll be like, Craig 3, what's that? You know, yo, Craig 3, what's that? You know?
Because once it gets to Roman numerals, it starts to sound really cool.
Yeah. So I kind of have to do it now. You know, hey,
you have to do that. Yeah.
I have a relative from Alabama. Actually, they moved to like Northern California, but he's Tyson the Sixth.
Wow.
Tyson the Sixth. I was like, that's a crazy name.
The Sixth.
You grew up as a rocker, and you were just talking about your love for music and stuff like that. And I've seen pictures of you, obviously, when you were in high school. Everyone's seen those pictures where you have long
hair. Long hair. Lip ring. I had a lip ring. I thought it was so metal. I was like, yeah, I have a lip ring.
Actually, you were really, in a way, you're really similar to Dante Trudel, because Dante also showed similar pictures of being skinny when he was in high school and then becoming bigger. But yours is a bigger transformation. I was curious, in high school, were you somewhat like of an alternative, like outcast? Were you picked on, something like that?
No one really picked on me. I've read stuff where people said that I was bullied. I'm like, I was? Whoa. But I actually, this kind of sounds funny, but, you know, in high school, it kind of differed each grade. So 9th grade, I was like the skater, new metal kid who wore really baggy pants and sagged them and had the long blonde hair and a ponytail. And so that was like 9th grade. And then 10th grade, what's actually, don't forget, 8th grade, gothic. I was gothic in 8th grade. That was weird, dude. And black nail polish Marilyn Manson. Anyways.
I think we all went through that though.
Yeah, it was. I had to sneak the clothes to school because my grandparents would have killed me if they saw that. So I'd like sneak Marilyn Manson shit to the school. And
That's hilarious.
You're seeing this, Grandma. I'm sorry.
Corn was big though.
Corn. So Corn. Okay, that was. I loved Corn 7th, 8th, 6th grade, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. I loved Corn. So I was a huge Corn fan for a really long time. I remember in 6th grade, I was like. Damn, that had to been like, I'm taking a wild guess, like 90, 95 maybe. I don't know. Something around there, but Corn was awesome. Yeah, I loved the early Corn a lot. I was a humongous fan, and I always stayed like in Corn for a while.
Were you playing instruments then too?
Yes, guitar.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, no drums. I'm more of a drummer now, but actually no, it's not true. I play just as much guitar now, but so then 10th grade. I started transforming into like more of like the Deftones and Taproot. And I started a band called Munch. And we actually opened up for a band called Mushroomhead. I don't know if you guys heard of them. They're pretty popular. So it was kind of cool opening up for a national band in 10th grade, you know. I remember at a block, I was so nervous, I felt like throwing up because there's a crowd. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. And I remember just like looking like at the microphone the whole time. It was such a nightmare.
You don't want to look out?
And we broke up right after that. I was like, I can't do this shit. And then 11th and 12th grade, I started getting more into like hardcore, like, you know, more metalcore stuff, like a little heavier shit. And, you know, then I started more bands around that time. One was called Tears Run Red. We opened up for a couple other bands, and I started getting really big in the musician thing.
That's a great name, by the way. Tears Run Red.
Oh, Tears Run Red. Yeah. And then check this out. Then I started a band called Killing is Creation. How hard is that? That is hard.
That's hard.
That is hard. Killing is Creation. So
I'm also good at nicknames. I just made up a few. For GH15, I call him IQ75. I changed Redcon 1 to Deadcon 2, and I'm very good at names, so beware.
I like that. I like those. Those are good. Those are good. But, yeah. So Killing His Creation. This was it, man. I actually pulled 2 amazing musicians myself. We did 3 songs for the fuck of it. We sent it to Metal Blade Records, which is like one of the bigger record labels, and they were like literally dead interested in us. And I was just like, guys, this can be it. You know, like this can be our calling, you know. And then literally the other 2 guys were like, the drummer was like way too broke, and the guitarist, he just really loved this business. He was doing this bad. So it went nowhere. Once that failed, I was just like, okay, I need to do something else in life. And that's when I started fitness. And
you started because of wanting, like, you started, like Nick was saying, you had like a beach body kind of thing. Did it start with an interest in attracting girls? Because at that time, girls still like muscle. So
yeah, no, so I was super fucking skinny, and I had low self-esteem because of it. And I wanted bigger, you know, biceps and abs, just to, like, get girls and feel better about myself. And then I joined a gym, and dude, I'm not even lying to you. Like it was like it was meant to be. I remember I bought, dude, Nick, you're gonna love this one, bro. You ready for this? I saw ads of Cell Tech and Muscle Tech.
Oh my God.
I just see like Cutler. And I like Dexter and like, you know,
they were all there.
Gustavo, Matt, Laval, I don't know, all those guys. And I'm just like, what is that? That's how you get huge? Yeah. I would take my paychecks and just buy I would just be drinking it. Like, I don't even know.
I had jugs of that stuff everywhere.
Yeah, dude, it was so expensive. Did you remember that? It was like,
it was almost 100. Yeah, I was gonna say it's almost like $100. I remember.
Yeah, dude, it was like, dude, like, what the hell? Like, Cell Tech was like $75.99. I'm like,
it was literally just like fucking sugar powder.
I didn't even know what steroids were back then. I just thought that's what we drank.
Yeah.
You know? So
we all did,
and it did help. It's crazy. It did kind of help, but I started putting on pretty fast muscle, and before I knew it, I was wearing an extra small shirt. Can you believe that?
What'd you weigh back then?
Probably like 140, 150. You know, and I'm pretty tall.
You were like what? Were you this tall now? Like you were then?
I would say, yeah. 16, 6'3", probably, yeah, maybe around there.
Yeah.
And I remember going from an extra small to a small, and then when I hit medium, I was like, okay, now we're getting serious. Okay, now this ain't no joke. And then when large came, bro, I was like, okay, we got something here. I'm a large man now. I'm a large guy, and it was skin tight. I would wear the shirt skin tight. So when I say large, I mean like extra.
I did the same fucking thing. It was like cut my circulation off.
yeah. And then, you know, and then I remember, like, you know, I think when I first hit a 3X, it was probably like 2008. You know, but when I say 3X, I don't mean tight. Okay, I mean like, you know, cozy. And I was like, whoa, I am like, this is getting serious. You know, and now I'm rocking a 5, and I'm just like, wow. You know what I mean?
Are you really 5 now?
Yeah, 5. Yeah. If you don't believe me, don't make me take it off. I'll show you.
I think you put it somewhere on your Instagram one day. I think.
Yeah. So actually, this is last night of all nights. I was at the gym, and I went to a different gym that I normally don't go to. And, you know, a couple people noticed me. They came, oh, bro, can I get a pic and stuff? And you know, I was fucking with this one kid. You know, I was telling him, you know, he's like, you're huge. I thought you were photoshopped. And I was telling him, I'm like, dude, I'm actually smaller right now because of my injury, you know.
Right.
And like, dude, like that shirt, what is that? Like a 3? I'm like, brah, you know. Like,
called him right out.
I called him right out. I said, bro, check check the label. He went, dude, you're a 5. That's great.
Guys fucking freak out about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Out.
I'm like, dude, a 3. I was kind of took that as a diss.
I used to do that with my 4Xs all the time. I do it all the time. I'm like, yeah, if you think 2? This is 4, bro.
Dude, it's so
and my pants are 3 and they're skin tight, bitch.
Yeah, you work hard for those 4 or 5 X's, Like
I rip all my tags out now because they say XL and shit. I'm like, I don't want to see that. Fuck that XL.
Was that 2008 3XL after you moved to the West Coast?
I actually moved to Vegas. Okay, so let me tell you a little about how everything started. We'll get into the story of how everything occurred. So basically, I lived in Cleveland, Ohio. I wanted to move to Cali. I always wanted to. That was Nick. You did the same thing.
The same thing. Yeah.
I remember when you moved. I was like, whoa, And
yeah. I think the same person took you over there too.
Yeah, Ed Connors.
Yeah, Ed brought me too. Yeah, so.
Yeah. I think he's mad at me. He's always on and off with me. I'm like, what did I do this time?
Well, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's how it is with him. It's hot and cold.
Yeah. So
he has his flavor of the week, though. It's kind of or flavor of the month. You'll like somebody, and then next month he doesn't like them for whatever reason.
Yeah, but I whatever. I mean, it's all good.
It's all good. Yeah,
I'm grateful for what he did. But
exactly, that's how I feel. Exactly.
Ed actually, he, as crazy as it sounds, you would never fucking guess, but Ed wanted me to do the physique look. He wanted me to be. He didn't want me to, bro. I know, because he's helped out so many mass monsters. So I'm just like, what? But he told me, you have a good look to stay trim and Greg Plitt looking, and have big biceps and ripped abs, and I wanted to be a monster, bro.
Yeah, no, that was.
I mean, I got to 250 natural. And I was actually living in Palm Springs, still 250 and natty. And, when I decided, I wanted to go that route, man, I was just super excited. And I did blow up to 285, I think, my first time, bro. 3 years old,
Yeah.
That's why I went straight to doing a show from there. I was like, well, I got all this bulk. What do I do now? Everyone's walking around saying, Craig, do you compete? Do you compete? I'm like, no, I just literally did one cycle. And I'm like, stop, so.
Wait, where did the sap come from? You got to tell us.
I wish I.
Oh my god, that started so fucking long ago, dude.
Dude, I've been saying it was just kind of
and never got old.
I think I was doing that in Cleveland. That's how old it is. I just remember.
I was gonna say it's got to be 10 years old.
Dude, it might be way more than that, dude. I mean, I just remember in Cleveland going people would be like, "What's up?" I'm like, "What's up?" What up?
It used to be what's up.
Yeah,
I think it used to be what's up.
What's up?
Yeah, and then it went into the whatever.
I don't know, guys. I really wish I knew. I don't know how it came about.
Wait, so you were in the desert in Palm Springs, and you decided to do your first cycle, and you blew up.
Yeah,
that's good. That's because of Ed, though, right?
No, Ed had no clue. No.
Did you go to Palm Springs with Ed, though?
Yeah. So. Ed brought me to Palm Springs. He put me in a house.
Frank Sinatra's house?
I think so. Yeah.
Took me
Did
there.
You go there too?
Yeah, it's middle of nowhere. I was there with Ben Bikolsky, Frank McGrath.
Yes, they were after me, bro. They came after me.
Yeah, that's when I came right after you. Must have been.
I didn't even know that.
2011, I went there.
Oh, no.
20, end of 2011, I went there.
Okay, so no, this is a different, they came in 2000 and
They went there a couple, Frank and Ben were there. They were the regulars.
I was there in 2006 and they came 2007 or 8.
Oh yeah, so this is a little later.
Time they came.
Yeah, because they were both from Canada, so they had to come with Ed all the time to get there, and that was the big thing. And then, that's funny though. We'll continue. Go ahead.
Then what? So you were in the desert. You competed. And then how did that move into, so I'm trying to get the storyline where you moved sort of to the OC, down south a bit, and then ended up in Vegas, which I'm very curious about. Vegas.
Yeah. So, it's a good story. This is a great story. Grab your popcorn and your flow. Here we go. But it's kind of a cool story. So I competed. Some girl said, you should do this show. It's called The Cow. I was like, okay, let's do it. I saw Jay Cutler was guest posing, so that's kind of cool. So I did The Cow. You're aware of this. I had bitch ass titties.
I had titties too. It's all right.
Yeah, but this just happened out of nowhere, bro. It's not like I had it. Just appeared when I got shredded.
Oh, okay.
I got shredded. Or sorry, I won't say shredded. I wasn't shredded. I was lean.
Yeah, I forget.
Nowhere
Be
near
careful.
shredded
Be
like I
careful.
should
Be
have been.
careful.
Be careful. Be careful. All right. So, yeah. So I had a cover. Nick, you're gonna love this one. I had a cover lined up with Alex Ardente for that show.
Oh, Ardente.
Yes, and so this was gonna be big, bro. I was actually competing now more for that cover than anything. You know,
Yeah.
fuck this stupid ass trophy.
Yeah.
And so when he saw me, he's like, "Can't shoot you with those bitch titties, bro." I was like,
Oh man,
I was devastated, bro. But I knew it. I knew it was coming. You know, I guess I didn't have Photoshop back then. I don't know, but yeah, dude. So you know, I took the year off. I got that taken care of. I went and did the Excalibur. This was my third show. Dude, this is insane. This is how you know bodybuilding's dead. Dude, I did the Excalibur in 2008. There was 14 super heavies in that class, brother.
that was a big show. That was Steve Kuklow's big coming out show.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, that was Kuklow won now with the sword, right?
No. Kuklow did not win. It was the he's your boy. Stacy and
Kevin Tomasini won that year.
Won that show. He had Hani with him.
That's right. Kevin won that year. Sorry.
Yeah, he won that show.
Yep.
I got fifth out of like 13 or 14 guys. I was really happy with that, bro, because I looked like shit. So
right.
I think I won because of my symmetry or something, dude, because I had the small waist. I just wasn't big, dude. I over dieted way too hard. I think I was like 238 on stage.
What'd you come down from?
Like 280.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. I was doing so much cardio, bro. I was barely taking, actually you're going to laugh. Back then I couldn't find shit. I just moved to Vegas. I didn't know anybody. So I wasn't even taking that much shit. So like, it was just not a good experience, bro. I didn't really know a lot. I wasn't really super educated, bro. You know, I mean, I didn't really, I would just ask.
Nobody, we all were just fucking.
I didn't have any coaches or nothing. I just asked people for advice.
Yeah. Like, do I do this? Yeah, do it.
I didn't even eat fats, bro. I was just eating like fucking
chicken and rice every day.
That's what I was doing, bro. It was like such a joke, dude.
Today I'll have less rice.
Yeah. So yeah, I starved my body nutrients like hardcore, bro. But then so that was 2000. Oh wait, okay. So I kind of backtracked. So
you moved to Vegas already.
Yeah. I was already in Vegas. So we got to go back a little bit. So, all right. So let's go. After I competed in the first couple of shows in Cali, I was dating a girl and I came home one day. We lived in Calabasas, which is in LA. And she was like kind of crying. I'm like, what's up? You know?
How did you live in Calabasas? Well, you missed the whole big. That's a
okay. So
area to live in.
Okay. So let's take another step back. I went from Palm Springs. I lived in Palm Springs with two other guys in Ed's house. We lived there 9 months. Then we moved out. I moved in with my boy Ejoc to Temecula for 6 months. Then I moved to Orange County. That's where I competed. I lived there for 6 months. And I moved to Calabasas for like 4.5, 5 months. And that's when I moved to Vegas.
Wow.
So I was moving everywhere in Cali. I couldn't figure out where the hell I wanted to live.
Yeah.
It was like I couldn't find my spot. But, you know, she was suffering because she was paying like a car payment. She had her college payment. She had rent. She had her bills. And she was just getting by, you know? So I was like, okay, yeah, I was working at GNC during the day and bouncing at night and making bullshit money too. And we're in LA, bro. Come on. You know, let's be real. Like rent was $2K, you know? So making very small money. So I told her, I said, okay, well, you can move back to Palm Springs. I can try to be this big time, like personal trainer, and you can do bartending, or we could try Vegas. My boy hit me up on Myspace and was like, dude, come out here. I got you. So he moved me to Vegas. I ran a club. I thought it was so cool. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm running a club in Vegas. What are you doing, bro? And this is where the big head comes. A month and a half later, it closed. So I was like, fuck, what do I do now? So that's when I got into like, you know, bodyguarding and you know, club hosting. And Nick, you know about this stuff in Vegas.
Yeah, I remember all that.
People in limos to strip clubs and, you know, then I started doing pretty decent at that.
Yeah, but the limo thing was big for you. That was massive then. I think.
Yeah.
You're making good money there, I think.
Yeah, I was doing pretty good, man, especially for my age. Yeah, dude. So Vegas was a really good move for me, bro. Cali was not doing it. Vegas, because like in California, I was making less and paying more. And then I moved to Vegas where I'm making more and paying less. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. There's basically, for the audience that doesn't know, I live in California, lived here for 6 years. There's a lot of people leaving.
We're in Cali.
Yeah, I live in Irvine now, but I used
Oh,
to.
Irvine, beautiful. Okay, yeah. So I was in Huntington Beach. That wasn't that far.
Yeah. That's nicer, but I used to live next to Skid Row in downtown LA for 5 years or something. It was horrible. So I know the bad parts of LA too. But the point is, a lot of people leave to go to Arizona, Texas, Nevada. And actually, my wife and I were thinking of moving to Las Vegas, which is why I wanted to ask you a lot about it too, because the rents are so much cheaper. But what I wanted to ask you is it a place where you can make like good friends? And I mean,
No.
not really, right? Because people come in and out.
Listen, keep wifey by your side and just chill, all right? Because, like, just keep wifey by your side, bro. That's what I do. I just like having a girlfriend, and you know, I have a few friends, acquaintances. You know, like I have a few good buddies, but
Are you still friends with TJ?
Yeah. I actually I was supposed to work out with him yesterday or something. Yeah, we still.
Oh, okay. All right, good.
But yeah, so you know, a few friends, but you know, when you try to open up your circle, then drama starts to happen out here in Vegas, at least. So
that's everywhere.
Yeah, like just ease up. Be careful with the friendships out here, but everything else is great, man. The gyms, you know, stuff is cheaper, rent's cheaper, mortgages are good. You know, I just bought a house a year ago, and you know, Nick, you've seen what I've done to this house. I put 130K into it, bro. Just into it. Just into it, like remodel.
That was a good buy for you. Was that your first time buying a home too?
Yes.
Awesome.
I went hard, man. I made it like a little project, man. I've literally been here a year and I'm just finishing the remodeling now. Like I'm doing the movie theater upstairs. Did you see my stories?
I saw some of them. Yes.
Yes, I'm doing a movie theater upstairs. I got the 130-inch.
Yeah, I saw you do that.
Yeah, and all that. So that's going to be done. I think the 22nd. I got the chairs coming. So after that, I just need a few more small things, and I'm completely done now. And I can just enjoy, relax, and.
Are you by Henderson? Where'd you go?
No, I'm Southwest.
Oh, you're Southwest.
Yeah, I'm on the other side. Yeah.
Okay.
There's like two areas people keep telling me about in Vegas that are really nice neighborhoods to like. They're newer. I think they're more exclusive.
Probably Henderson.
Every place has its own, you know, like new areas. Like there's just down the street.
Everything's 20 minutes from the strip. So
they said 20 minutes. Yeah.
I'm like 10 minutes. I'm 10 minutes away from Palms.
Oh wow. Okay.
I live right off Flamingo.
Oh, okay.
When Nick, when are you gonna come? When everything's normal, man, you got to come out to Vegas.
Dude, I planned on coming to the Olympia. I mean, that was the goal, and then they fucking moved everything like craziness. But
I was gonna have some big hitters come check out the pad. I know Guy wanted to come check it out. Flex Lewis.
Oh yeah.
Michael Hearn. A lot of guys. I was gonna have like a little, you know, like Instagram party here.
It's the grand party. Tag me, bro.
Yeah, you guys are welcome too if it ever happens. But you know,
I know.
That's everything up.
Okay, we have to know something for the record, because how big is your head exactly? When you wear a hat, do you have face? Do you have a small head, or it just looks small because you're huge?
Okay, so basically, I can explain that. So that's part of the bigorexia shit right there. So if you can make your head look little, your shoulders is going to look so much bigger. So basically, all it is you put your head back a little bit, you know, and then you kind of tilt the arm like that. You know, my right arm's a little. That's kind of funny. So as you know, from my injury, my right arm is my out angle arm, and it's actually smaller than my left arm now, which is my smaller arm. If that makes any sense. Well, I can't really out angle like I used to because of my right tricep. But you know, when I was normal, you know, what you do is you bring that upper chest shelf up, the upper chest shelf, the 9K angle. All right, you tilt the head back a little bit. And you just put your arm like that, and you just look at that, like even injured.
I still think to the day the funniest things that I've ever seen you do when I was even with you was just like when you used to harass like just old people and be like just scare the shit out of them. You still do it once in a while in your story. It's kind of it cracks me the fuck up.
I did one yesterday. Did you see that? There's this like thugged out guy. He was like thugged out.
I didn't see that one.
Oh, dude, you got to go check.
You should seriously do a YouTube channel with just that shit on there. Like so that's a gold mine.
I go up to this guy. He looked like I don't know. Like he looked like Jay-Z. Yeah. What's that UFC fighter with that huge beard? Kimbo, is that his name?
Oh, Kimbo Slice. Yeah.
He looked like that guy, right?
Okay.
He had the wife beater, the beard. And I go up to him and I'm like, bro, are you even trying to get huge? And he goes, yo, don't record me, bro. I was like, God.
Do you walk up with your phone like this, or do you hide it?
Like this, just like straight up.
Right in his face, like
right in his face, dude.
Oh, okay. I didn't ever know if you were like sneaking it or someone else is doing it.
I was actually hoping. I was like praying, like one day I'd get hit or something or punched, or I think it'd be good for the views.
It would go viral. Fucking definitely go viral.
Like, just do it.
It's not gonna do anything. It's just gonna go like and just bounce off you.
Yeah, like don't hit the noggin too hard, but I think it'd be funny, dude.
Your head will be back anyway, so it'll be swinging.
Yeah, dude. No, I never. I used to do a lot of those prank videos. I chilled out because of Corona and shit. And
people are probably all fucking sketched out.
Yeah. So, but I used to do a lot of that shit. Like I remember, like I just go to the grocery store to get some groceries, and I'd be like, "Can I do a couple funny videos for the audience?"
Oh my god,
they so love funny. That shit, bro. They love it. They like the Starbucks ones. Starbucks. I'm like, hey, what do you recommend is going to get me huge?
It's so, what annoys me though? Like, granted, I know everyone, like, you still have friends. I get people do it to copy you, but I don't like when other people do it. Like, it annoys me.
Oh, yeah.
It's not, it's just like, I get when the guys are doing it that are fans, they just want to be funny and tag you, but I hate when people are actually trying to be you. I don't like that. Like, that's gotta, like,
at least tag it, brother. People be tagging.
Yeah, like, I'm like, you can't steal it though. Like, I see guys do it that are not even tagging you or just randomly doing it. I'm like, dude, that fucking Craig's been doing that for 10 years. Like, you can't do that. Like the drive-through one, everyone does. Like, what can I eat to get huge? I'm like, it's not funny, dude.
I got Cardone even doing that stuff now.
Oh, you got Don?
Yeah.
How's he adjusting to Vegas? Does he like it?
Good, man. Good. I've been trying to meet up with that fool, but he's
bro. I lived next to him my entire life, and I saw him 5 times.
Yeah. He's like,
I would see him in a club at 2 a.m. and I'm like, where the fuck have you been?
Yeah, I need to.
Good luck with that one.
We need to link up for sure. But man. I don't really freaking get out with too many friends or bodybuilders nowadays. Man, I've just been sticking to like this project and chilling, training. I mean, I'm still trying to push through, even with the injury, man. I can't let go. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I did my 3 weeks off, and then, I told myself, no matter what, I got to get in the gym and do something, so.
But you have to start. You said a year ago that you would start a YouTube channel to Dave Palumbo. You didn't do it, and then you said you stopped now because of the coronavirus. But I just realized how the prank stuff, like that is, you don't understand. That's what YouTube is about. Like all these prank channels, they have millions of subscribers.
Yeah, they fucking kill
Your
it.
stuff is way funnier. I mean,
look at Johnny Bravo. Don't you talk to him or no? You talk to and Eric Kavinsky.
Yeah, I think I talked to Johnny once actually. He's a dark hair.
Yeah, Italian guy. He does.
Yeah. I think he did something.
What about Eric? You ever talk to Eric Kavinsky? Eric's awesome. People, I talk to him all the time. He's good.
He pranked me at Olympia one year.
Yes, he did prank you. That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
He got me good.
Do you get annoyed when people do it to you?
I mean, he's the only one that's ever done it to me.
Really? Kenny never got you before you knew him?
No. The first time I ever met Kenny, it was at a restaurant. He was with Dr. Huge, and me and Dr. Huge met up with him to eat. And I remember he didn't even move to Vegas yet. He was just thinking about it.
Yeah, he was still in the middle of nowhere.
Are you and Kenny cool?
Yeah, we talk all the time.
Okay, I wasn't sure. People either hate him or love him.
I know. Well, people are like, also like online builds your relationship for you. They're like, oh, Nick and Kenny hate each other. Nick and Tony hate each other. And I'm like, fucking talk to them all the time. What are they talking about?
People used to always ask Kenny, because we used to work out together a lot. And people would be like, they'd be DMing him and he'd be telling me, they'd be like, is he really that big in real life? It's like, come on, guys. You're crushing my ego. Am I that big? Like, that's what I'm aiming for. So thank you. Like, is it really that huge? Is it Photoshop? Like, I'm like, and he's like, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's goals, man. This is what I've been aiming for. To be so big, it's unbelievable.
So you just brought up Tony. I was actually chatting with Tony just before I brought you on to ask him some questions. I've had Tony on the show before also.
And nice. I have to watch that one.
Oh, yeah. It was an awesome interview, actually. Really good one. And I really like Tony. I wanted to ask you, first of all, so you're friends with Tony from before, and then he sponsored you. You described it on the FOD podcast. You don't have to repeat the whole thing, but basically,
I'll tell you really quick. It's a cool story. So I met Tony in 2016 at the Olympia. He had a booth, and it was like dude, I don't mean a booth. I mean the booth. Like what is this shit? Like it was ginormous. He had chicks everywhere and his rocking his stuff. He had products to sell. I'm like, I didn't realize he was that big. I didn't realize his products were that popular. And I was just like, dude, this is nuts. I think he said he spent like, I could be wrong, anywhere between like 100 or 300K for that booth. I don't know.
Christ.
But I'm like, buy a fucking Lambo cash, you know? Anyways, yeah, I met him there, and then we always stayed in touch. I think then we met up and ate that Olympia, and we just talked. We did a YouTube video. He wanted me to out-angle him. I out-angled his ass. I was like, what's that, you know? And, we always just kept in touch, and then every time he'd be in Vegas, we'd always get together and do videos and do funny shit. He's actually goofy like me. Like we'd go to strip clubs and he'd be doing the upper chest shelf in the club and the outing. He was out-angling some chick's ass. I thought it was funny. But you know, so I'll never forget it. I was with Dragon Pharma.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I was with Dragon Pharma for like 6 months. They contacted me. They were like, we're big fans. Like, you know, we like the mask. Like, we got Rami, obviously. Yep. And I was skeptical right there and then because they had Rami, and I wanted to be like the
face
star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was like, whatever. They're gonna pay me. They're gonna promote me. They're gonna, whatever. So I wanted to be with a company really bad. So we made it work. And then the thing with them though is the owner is cool as fuck, but they had like a chick like running everything. So,
oh, what?
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna say the other chick that they have, the one that's always naked. The girl with the name, the girl with the legs and butt.
Yeah. No, not her. She's just an athlete. But
okay.
Yeah.
They push her a lot though. She's everywhere.
Yeah. She's like the face, the female.
I feel like they didn't do enough for you though when you were there.
No, not at all, dude. Not at all. They didn't do shit for me. But I didn't care. Like I'm doing my own. You know me, dude. I'm just trying to build my own name.
Yeah. So
I don't need a supplement company for that, brother.
No.
And another few companies hit me up like GAT and BPI, but for some reason, like we couldn't nail it. You know what I mean? Like we couldn't agree to something. So, Dragon Pharma, they kept on like telling me, Craig, you're missing posts. I'm like, okay. Now when I'm with a supplement company, I do not listen. I'm not trying to be Mr. Ego. I don't need somebody telling me what to do, man. I'm just being real with you. Like I don't need your sponsorship that bad. Okay. I don't need it. So I like being my own boss, I like doing me. So, like they kept on telling me this is strike one. I'm like, listen, don't even worry about it. You know what I mean? Cause I missed a post. Come on, like you're not even paying me that much. So, after we decided to call it off, I felt like it was fate. Tony literally called me the next day, bro, after we made, like, come on, tell me that's not fate, brother. The next day, it's like he knew or something, but he didn't. Yeah. It's like, God, Craig, I wish I could just have you on this team, man. I'm like, well, let's talk. I'm actually, as of yesterday, a free agent. He was like, are you kidding me? So I just said, listen, if you can match what they did for me, we're good. He did that like that. And I've been on, I think it's been like 1.5 years now. I just like, honestly, like I like Tony. I love his products. They're good products, man. I mean, you can't argue that. He's got really good products. And, he lets me chill. I like that. If I want to post, I'll post, I rock your shit, and he's really cool with that. They're not on me. So it's a really good team, and I'm happy for sure.
I have great things to say about Tony, not just from the personal interactions I've had with him, but also, I was actually buying the Enhanced Athlete products maybe in 2016 or 15 sometimes. I always had good experiences with their products. I mean, I don't know how pure they are or whatever, but they worked. And the thing is, sorry for talking a lot, but I just want to present this to the audience in the right way. As a former person who's watching Tony on YouTube, I always got the impression that the guy was genuine, that he was really into experimenting with his own body. And it was a genuine passion of his. Whether it was partly a business or not, doesn't matter, because the guy wasn't like some guy who's not doing what he's saying he's doing. You could tell he was injecting himself on camera and everything. So he really believed in it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was surprised when I got out of the loop for a couple of years. And then I came back and started paying attention. And there's a lot of hatred towards Tony from different places. And I've been trying to sort of analyze the root. Where is this coming from? And Well, one thing I have to say is for those people that were like to say that Tony just made a lot of money out of SARMs and he was trying to cash in. I don't know if he made a lot of money, but the guy was using the SARMs, so it's not. Like,
he made a lot of motherfucking money, dude. I was like, wow, yeah.
But he's not fake. It's not. He was like, oh, he's peddling SARMs that don't work. No, he was using.
No, that's bullshit.
It's ass backwards in our sport, though. I feel like the more genuine you are in our sport and more transparent you are, like the more heat you get in this sport. Like I dealt with it. Craig's dealt with it. Like we're just transparent about who we are, and people hate it because everyone puts this front on. I mean, that's why I can't be friends with these people. I mean, they're phonies, all of them. I mean, there's literally very few people that I would say, like, I trust them as a friend, you know?
Oh, dude.
Like, how,
I'm right,
Craig,
I'm right there with you, brother. Trust me.
You've been to the ringer with a ton of people, you know? Yeah. Like, it's just really gross on all levels.
You know, being another mass monster yourself, like, have you, like, you know, when you were really at it, did you ever have people, like, tap you on the shoulder like you're the man, and then like behind your back like dude's fucking. That's all they did. They're like they would suck your dick to your face. Witnessed it. I'm just like, wow, that's so crazy. Like people actually do that shit. They're like all for you to your face, and then they'll start like, oh, he ain't shit. You know what I mean? I'm just like, wow, bro, that's fucking crazy.
I know, and it sounds so like it sounds like so simple to say like the way you're saying it, but that's literally how it was though. They would come up to you and praise you, take pictures with you, be friends with you. And then literally like you would hear something about that person in your interview that they were bashing you because you, whatever you did or something. Mind you, you don't harm anybody. Like you never harmed anybody. I never harmed anybody. Like we just literally do our thing and we get flack for it. So
we're just two men on a mission to get the
bigger you are, the more they fuck with us, though.
Yeah.
We just made a video on this actually, or I just made a video about.
Yeah, you did.
Between being a good person and a nice person. You can have a nice person come and be polite to you, and you turn around and he backstabs you, makes up stories about you. But being a good person, he might be rude to you, but you can trust what you see in your face is what's behind your back too. You know what I mean? But what I was going to say is this, actually, honestly, a lot of the root, I think, with Tony Huge came from this Fuad Abiel's show. The first 20 episodes, you attended, I think, like the 30th. The first 20 episodes, he brought up Tony every single episode.
Wow.
So, yeah, every single...
I heard they're not fans of him, right?
No. He did an intentional program for at least 10 episodes in a row attacking Boston Lloyd, who's a personal friend of mine, by the way. And Boston's a friend of mine. And Tony Huge. And I was, of course, I have nothing to do with this stuff. I'm just, you know, I used to be a strength lifter, by the way, and I'm trying to be a healthy guy. But I was noticing he bring them up every time. He's like, these guys don't know what we're the real pros. And then they try to discuss the real dosages and what's really needed and really this and that. And, you know, he tried to attack him. I don't know if you remember when you said you're sponsored by Tony Huge, he said, oh, no. I don't know if you remember that interview.
Did he really?
Yeah. He said, oh, no, I hate that guy. Yeah, but anyway, so... I wanted to give an offer of defense. I mean, you're a person who knows Tony very well, and other people know him and get along with him very well.
Well, listen. So, this is kind of crazy. Like, you know, for the people, you know, who don't follow me, all they see is this big ass dude, and they're probably just like, oh, big roid head, whatever. But for the people who do follow me and know me, they know I'm actually like a big ass goofball. So, like, that's very fucking rare in this industry. You don't see, like, I don't take life seriously. I'm a big jokester. I like to make people laugh. I mean, I'm going back to my roots in high school when I was a class clown. I just enjoy making people laugh. I mean, the muscle, whatever, you know, I mean, that's just the thing I like to do. I feel good being big.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you guys. But anyways, well, actually, no, it's on the computer. What the hell? Anyway, back to what I was saying. So.
You're a goofy guy. That's what
yeah. So Dr. Huge is the same way. And he's a guy, obviously, he's very muscular. He's got a good physique. But he's also, you know, if you watch his old YouTube videos, he'd be like,
it's hilarious,
buying hookers and like, fucking with people too and putting stuff in people's ass cracks in the gym. Like he's a goofy dude. And that to me is appealing, being another goofy dude. So that's another reason why I always like Tony. I thought, you know, because like, you know, if you can make people laugh, that's a gift. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you know, it's who doesn't like laughing? I mean, we watch movies to laugh, you know, comedies. So if you could be a big ass dude and, you know, make people laugh, you know, in my book, you know, that's something.
Plus our industry is full of just.
Yeah. Oh man. Chachas, dude. Like I don't even want to
go. They're too serious, man.
Oh God.
And
cringe. There's a lot of cringe, bro.
And like, especially, this is weird. to talk about because most people wouldn't get it. But when you're like the big guy, like they all want to be around the big guy. It's like that's how the guys are. Like when you're around the bodybuilders, they're like all like to hang around the big guy. Like when I was friends with Dallas, I saw the same thing happening to him. I'm like, everyone wants to be your friend because you're the big guy, dude. It's not because they really like you. It's like because they want to be around you because it's the energy. Because Dallas was like you and me, like a fucking big goofball.
Yeah.
Like he liked to laugh, have to have fun, joke around. Like that kid was never serious. So like I'm like, you're gonna attract a lot of fucking little like herbs that just want to be around you all the time because you're cool and you're big and like it's just cool to be around. It's a weird thing unless you've been there. It's fucking weird.
I remember you were pretty close with Dallas. I remember when him and Rich passed away. I remember like, dude, you should have saw my fucking messages. I saw my comments. You're next. You're next. Watch, you're next. I'm like, wow, who said
you got torn apart when that
you're
Rich
next, Craig. They're coming for you next. You're the third. I'm like, dude, this is crazy. Like, it was like, who talks to someone like that, dude? And I don't delete it. I don't reply back. I leave it. I'm just like, because I can't believe people would talk like that. And I still get to hey, I still get
people are sick in the head.
You know, Craig, actually, we were just talking about this with Fakhri Mubarak, who was on the channel also, and he was saying that when he got his kidney problems, there were people commenting like, I hope you die. You were too big for being 5'5" or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and then I often talk about health on my channel and people think I'm a buzzkill or something like that, but I would never talk about wishing someone harm. I'm only talking about health because I want people to live. And if someone does pass, I always talk with the best respect.
Speaking of health, everyone's always super curious. Craig, how is your health being, 360 pounds and fairly lean? They're always curious. Craig, what is your health like? And actually, I just had my first health scare ever. I was eating at a restaurant or a little spot, and I thought I was having a heart attack, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I even talked about it on my Instagram. I never had any type of really situations that were crazy. And my heart started racing really fast. So I'm like, I knew right in my head, this is it. This is it. It's happening. And I remember running outside, getting on my knees and just like praying, like, please don't let this happen. Don't die, so
you were totally fucking spooked.
Yeah, I was spooked to shit, dude. It was my heart. It was racing really fast. It was burning and I couldn't breathe. And bro, between me and you, Nick, like I told you, I'm not on that much shit right now. I'm not really trying, bro. I'm not pushing the wire right now. I'm just relaxing until I'm done being in.
Yeah. I mean, you told me you went through this whole little thing.
Yeah. So I'm not even pushing the envelope right now. I'm just chilling. I'm not trying to get bigger. And, so I went home and, I'm like, okay, what happened? Let's just relax. Then I went to lay down. As I went to lay back, my heart started racing again. So I'm like, I just went to the emergency room, dude. I'm like, I don't want to fucking risk it. I'm scared. And, they did a bunch of tests and I was just waiting for them to tell me it's my heart. Your heart sucks. And they said, Craig, your heart's fine. It's great. I'm like, no, there can't be. There's no way. I can't breathe.
Right.
And they're like, it's your kidneys. I was like, oh. So they said my kidneys, they had to keep me overnight to put more H2O in my body. So they kept me the night and they just put more water. So
you're just really dehydrated.
I guess I wasn't drinking enough H2O flow. I guess I'm a phony with that shit.
You need a bigger water bottle, dude.
Yeah. Out angle.
That is an
out angle the flow.
So was your creatinine really high, like over 2?
They just said I need to work on my kidneys. So I've been chilling out in the I love energy drinks, man. So I stopped drinking them. I've only had probably 2 energy drinks in the last 3 weeks, bro. I used to drink like 1 or 2 a day.
Do you have anxiety at all ever?
Sometimes, yes. You know what? It probably could have just been that day. I probably just had high anxiety and,
you ever had like a real panic attack besides that episode?
Oh, that was it, dude. That was the only thing.
Because that's how mine started, like my episodes. I was in a nightclub though, and it happened, and I fucking, that was my first time. I was around everybody, like all my friends. They thought I was dying there. And that was like when I was a hardcore bodybuilder too. And this is like 2016 or so. So I was still huge. And that's when it really started. I had my first whatever the fuck that was. Granted, I was on drugs and shit too, but that doesn't make a difference. I still had the first episode. And then it started to happen every day. And then because I started to relive it. I don't know if that was what's happening to you on the couch, but I started to replay it in my mind. It started to fuck with me really bad.
Yeah.
Then I went on this nasty roller coaster of depression, but that's a whole nother story. But
I remember that, man. I remember when you were talking about that, man. Yeah, dude. I went through some depression issues too in late 2018. But I overcame that. So there's no more depression, but now it's just more, sometimes I do get anxiety because there's so much going on right now in my life, but it's not like really negative. It's a positive, but it just gets overwhelming,
Yeah, absolutely. It's normal.
Could I just mention a couple of things? I'm not a medical doctor and don't know anything about medicine. I just wanted to mention though that if you were dehydrated, your blood would be less in your body, meaning your blood pressure would be very low. To increase your blood pressure, your heart might beat faster. So that's sometimes if you have low blood pressure, your heart rate will rise up. The way you described it though sounds like a short-term arrhythmia. Happens to a lot of us. Like you might get 150 beats per minute if you're on certain drugs or something changes or something like that. I always keep a drug called Propranolol on hand just in case. It's a beta blocker and slows down the rate of beating of the heart, but it also blocks, it goes into the brain. So it blocks adrenaline's effect in the brain. So if I get that racy, anxious feeling, I just pop one of them and I'm usually good. I get it prescribed from a doctor.
Yeah, I have the same thing. I use it too.
It's very useful. I mean, bodybuilder who doesn't have it is just ridiculous. It's so useful. It's so.
Do you take a lot of pre-workouts and stuff too, or no? You just drink energy drinks?
Just one pre-workout before I train. Scoop.
Yeah, so nothing crazy.
I don't do like no 3 scoop shit like I used to back in the day.
When you were telling me your blood work is good though, usually.
Yeah. Oh man. Ugh. That's another thing I need to work on, getting blood work. I think I've done it twice in my life, and both times with Dr. Huge.
Hey, you're an honest guy, man. You're an honest guy. No one else.
I know. I need to work on. I need to go donate blood more too. That's another thing I need to work on. I think
it's a lot of work. It's hard to do it. When I was in my zone, like I never did it. I never did.
Oh man, we're a lot alike in that aspect, dude. It's just like. Oh, do you want to know? Like, it's not healthy.
Now that I'm proud of my health, though, I go all the time. So it's weird. It's fucking weird, dude. Now that I'm like, I know I'm healthy. I'm going to go get it because I'm going to prove to myself that I'm fucking healthy. Mind you, before I was killing myself.
Do I really need to hand somebody $200, $300, $400 to tell me, Craig, you're too big?
But the thing is, like, it's true in terms of like kidney function. Like, it could only be bad news, really. There's nothing you can really do about it. But like, for example, LDL cholesterol, one pill will fix it. You can stay on cycle. It doesn't matter. I mean, people don't know. One pill will fix it. You won't be doing 20 reps with 405 on the incline like you said you did, which is incredible. But you'll still be able to work out perfectly fine. I mean, the last 3 years I was on steroids, I was taking an angiotensin receptor blocker the whole time. My blood pressure was perfect. I was partial wrist curling. I was an arm wrestler, 140-pound dumbbells. I was very strong. All the time my blood pressure was on track. Yeah, I was doing hammer curls with probably hundreds or 90s. I was very easy. So I was strong, and my blood pressure was 120/80, just because I wanted to make sure that my kidneys didn't. So there's things to think of, but we don't want to get too buzzkill with this.
Yeah.
Anyway. Well, what we got to get you to do is open a YouTube channel. I think that's the conclusion of all of this.
Well, let me tell you my situation with YouTube. So yeah, I want to do YouTube, but I'm going to be straight up with you guys. I'm not going to be doing the piano thing where it's like every day. I'm just trying to do a few a month. One or two a month, like just sporadically.
That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm not trying to do this shit like daily, but I'll have someone come film me and just, we'll do some day in the life, whatever.
You literally just need to film what you do on your Instagram story and just do that for a video.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. So basically my goal was we're going to do YouTube when the house is finished. That's what my first video is going to be like a my crib.
Oh, okay.
That was the plan.
Gotcha.
As you guys can see, if you guys follow me, you can see I'm just about done now. It's like 90%. All right. So now what do? I'm injured. Having big anorexia, I want to be large as shit on video. Like, hey, what's up, guys? This is critical.
Right. Yeah. You don't want to do your first video when you have a fucking.
Yeah. So
that's
now I just kind of want to wait longer till I can get healed and get back at it, and I can walk around.
Maybe you can do like you can do a cribs with a sweatshirt on, and then I'm doing you talk about your recovery.
Yeah, I could do that. That's something I was thinking about that too. Just wear a fucking hoodie. I mean,
you can be honest and transparent about your little injury and just talk about bigorexia. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah. Guys,
because I talked about that a while ago, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's real." I'm like, "Yeah, it's fucking real."
You had it too, right? You
I had it horrible. Yeah, I still do go through it. Like I I'm still 240, like not eating anything at all, not being on anything, but still like it fucks with me really bad.
You're
like
240 right now?
Yeah, 240.
Oh shit! What? Damn! I think the last time I talked to you, you were like,
350.
You were 350.
I was 350 in January. Yeah, I was 350 in January, dude. Swear to God. Yeah, I swear to God, I was 350.
Like, lean or?
No, definitely not lean. I was what happened?
You still had all your muscle though.
I still had all my muscle. I was just training like a dickhead and eating whatever the fuck I wanted and dealing with a bunch of issues mentally and physically. And yeah, I was 351 New Year's Eve because I went out to dinner that night and I was 348, dude. And I ate like a savage and drank everything. I came home and weighed myself because my crotch ripped and my shirt ripped under my armpits that night. And I was like, this is so, I was crying.
You have pictures of this?
Oh yeah. I'll send you a picture from New Year's Eve where I'm busting out of my clothes. You're going to laugh. My jeans didn't touch my shoes. They were so short and tight on my calves. It's hilarious, dude. And
would you say you were more just like dirty, bulking due to depression?
Like I wasn't trying to do anything. I was just literally, Craig, I swear to God, it's what I was doing. I was just lifting and just eating everything under the sun. I had no intention of doing anything. I just wanted to go to the gym to get my mind off things at the time when I was really fucked up. Okay. And I was just eating everything I saw. Like I didn't hold back on anything. And that was the first time I ever did that in my life. But I was only on testosterone though. I wasn't taking drugs. I wasn't trying to be a bodybuilder at the time. I was just trying to fix my life and I was working a lot. So I was just go to the gym random times like 2 a.m., 2 p.m., 10 a.m. just when I felt like
wow.
And I was just lifting and eating, like literally just like a bodybuilder, but not even realizing it.
Yeah.
But I was going through a lot of shit and I just didn't have time to focus on working out, but I wanted to go still. Yeah. But then I was like, holy shit, bro, I am exploding out of my body. Like I got to fix this, like, you know, and that's when I did blood work and I saw my blood work really fucked up. And I was like, okay, I got to take a hold of this now. So I went on like a hardcore diet since January. I've been doing keto diet since then.
No fucking way.
Yeah, swear to God, dude. And but the only way I could downsize was to remove weightlifting from my life. So I literally just went back to weightlifting a couple weeks ago just to like gradually get back into it, because if not, I was never going to downsize. It's like impossible. Like it's.
Do you ever want to go back to the route of like, you know, being super big, or do you want to kind of just like chill?
I don't want to go back to where like pro bodybuilder Nick. No. But I would like to be like a jacked 240, if that makes any sense at all. I don't know, but not on a bunch of hormones either though. Cause I just don't want to do that again. Cause it took me like 2-3 years to fully get myself back to my, you know, back to ground zero, like my true self, you know what I mean? Cause I was partying, doing all the party, you know, I was a partier. I drank. You see me at my worst, like going fucking nuts on everything.
I saw you in Vegas a couple times. Yeah.
Snorting and popping everything. And then I was a juice head full time. So like, it wasn't a good mix. Burn the candle from both ends. So you were good though. You didn't fucking party like an animal. And
Nick, I'm pretty sure you know this. I've actually never had an alcohol beverage or a drug in my life. Never even tried it. No alcohol, no cigarettes.
Never smoked weed, nothing?
Never smoked weed, nothing. No pills.
Why do you do that though?
I just never tried it, brother.
Why? Why? But why?
I was afraid of addiction at an early age.
Oh, well,
my mom and dad did all that stuff and they beat the shit out of each other and I had to watch it and it freaked me out. And I just told myself I'd never want to do whatever they did.
I forgot.
Yeah. I watched my mom throw a coffee cup on my dad's head once and then like they went at it and it was the scariest thing ever. And they were all fucked up on drugs. And I was just like, dude, like I was always scared to be like them.
Did your parents raise you though, or no?
No. Actually, it's a crazy story. My they were playing tug of war with my sister and broke her leg. And
holy shit!
Yeah, the cops came and they said, you know, you cannot have these kids. And they were
like DIFUS.
Yeah, they're gonna put us in all me and my two sisters in foster home, and my grandparents took us and raised us our whole life.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
So that was always a reason. You know, I never even wanted to try bro addiction. You know what I mean? Like, you know, because
that would scare the shit out of anybody.
I'm addicted to wanting to be big, man. Can you imagine if I was addicted to like alcohol or drugs on top of that, dude? It would not go good.
No. Not if it's in your family like that.
Whenever I see people that are addicted to food, I'm always like, imagine this guy met crack or meth. Like,
I wish I was addicted to food, man. I would fucking. People are like the one thing I'm jealous about the most is when someone says, "Are you ready for these words, guys? Are you ready?" I'm hungry, motherfucker. I wish I was hungry. I had to force feed every fucking meal.
I know. I'm not a big eater either.
I don't like eating, dude. Like that's like when I do retire someday, that's gonna be the nicest thing is just to eat. Like
I ate the most when I was depressed that last 6 months of last year.
I need to get depressed, bro.
That was, bro. I didn't even have like a stomach enzyme in me. I would just eat everything. There was no controlling me. Yeah. It was crazy.
I these pictures of you at 3. I never knew you got that heavy. I was like, wow.
Bro, I was exploding out of 4 X's. Like, I mean, bursting.
By the way, Nick, he's actually happy about it. He's like,
I know. I was like the worst part of my life. And Greg's like, let me see that.
Yeah, he's like, bro, this is awesome.
I just want to see him at. I just want to see him at his all-time. Huge.
Oh man,
he's like miserable, and I'm just like, damn, that's sick. Let me see it.
But that's true testament of who you are, though. That make people laugh and everything like that. So yeah, it's good.
No, but that was some really meaningful stuff, Graig. I appreciate you saying that for the first time, I think, on our channel. I don't think you've ever said that in any interview before. You've said you were sober, but nobody ever asked, or you never said why.
Oh yeah, about the parents. And yeah, no, this is the first one, man. But yeah. You know, it's good because people got to know, like, well, Craig, there's got to be a reason why. I mean, people usually try it, you know. But yeah, dude, I remember the first time someone asked me to smoke a cigarette. I was in 5th grade. I was obsessed with Green Day. I remember that. Dookie.
Oh man, Green Day. Holy shit!
Dookie just came out in '94 or something. And they're like, "Hey, try a cigarette." I'm a fucking little kid. I remember just like putting it in my mouth and pretending to puff it. I was like, "Whoa, dude!" They're like, "You did not do that." Yeah, I did, dude. I did. I felt it, bro. She's dead. You know, but
that's a true testament to your savage self control there, dude. To not want to. You're in Vegas. You're around. I mean, we all had a lot of mutual friends at one point that were all crazy fucking. I mean, even myself, to not even get the temptation to even want to do anything. So. Most people can't survive 30 seconds in the club without getting a drink in their hand, you know?
Oh, dude, you're talking to the number one man who just go to the clubs and just be 100% sober and just, I just go to clubs and look at girls, to be honest with you, and hang out, because, you know, but like, I mean, everyone was drinking and partying, and I was just around.
Yeah. See, I went to the club to get destroyed. Like, that's complete opposite.
Most people I went with were the same reason, you know?
Yeah. So,
I mean, it's really a testament. I grew up maybe similar to you, Craig, but I was sober for most of my life, and then in my 20s, I like lost belief in my own morals that I developed for myself. Like, I never wanted to be an alcoholic, so I don't beat my kids, or so I don't beat people around me, or, you know, those kind of things that you don't see. But I lost belief in myself, and I'm so impressed that you're in your mid-30s or later, and you never lost belief in yourself. You never gave up that part. It's really a testament to the kind of person you are. And this show is about people changing their lives, you know. So this really means a lot to us. Thank you for telling us, Graig.
Yeah, for sure, buddy. Yeah, it's, you know, it's super important, you know, to know that, you know, there's always a reason behind something, you know, that's, you know, something like that. That's, you know, pretty, very rare, very, very rare. You don't really meet too many people that's never even tried.
Well, because they all see you being big and funny, and that's all they see. They don't, like, these people that follow us they don't care about us. You know what I mean? Like, they might be fans.
They don't.
They're fans, but they support us. But like, at the end of the day, like, do they really care about like who Craig is deep down? Probably not. You know, they're just, but then when they hear it, they're like, oh, fuck. Like, he's relatable now, you know? So.
But then does that make you scared of downsizing the way Nick did, and then losing your identity in a way, or losing what people value? I mean, you have almost you have 600,000 subscribers on Instagram. It's a huge following.
Yeah.
You get worried about that? Like, what if I downsize later when I'm 50? Will people not care about me anymore?
Yeah, actually, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit. Nick knows, you know, I'm at a dangerous weight, and I've been at this dangerous weight for a long time. I've been over 300 plus pounds for the last almost 11 years. The only time I went down a little bit was in 13 when I competed. But even then, dude, I was still walking around 290. even leaner. So that's not even good. That's probably worse.
We've messaged each other all the time. Like, I'm like, you're like, how heavy are you? I'm like 3, whatever. You're like, how heavy? You're like 3, whatever. You're like,
yeah,
feel like shit. And you're like, yeah. And that's only our conversation for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, Nick, you're there too, man. You were there. You know, being in like even the mid 300s.
It's horrible.
It's pushing and muscle. It's pushing it, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know how many more years of this I have left, but I would like to say, I know you're probably saying in your mind when I say this, Craig, don't do it. But I'd like to do it one more time. Just go one more time, go pretty nuts, maybe hit like a crazier record. Now, only for the fact that, like I said, guys, I told you my weight right now. What I'm barely on anything. So it kind of wouldn't be as super hard as you think. Like I said before Corona, still around 360 with abs. I mean, what's another fucking 15 pounds? Like, go to the buffet, fucking up the ghost food or whatever.
I fluctuate like 10, 12 pounds a day now.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not
crazy.
like I'm trying to go for like 450 or something drastic. All right, guys, fuck this shit. We're gonna die.
Well, the thing is, I think a lot of people think you do a shit ton of drugs, and that's the thing. People can't compensate that in their minds that you don't really do a shitload of drugs. So.
Oh no, Nick, we've talked about this. Never even did HGH or Slim.
Well, that's why I asked you about your head, because that's the biggest sign. Your head it actually looks small. I don't know if it really is small, but it doesn't seem.
No, he doesn't have a big head. He really doesn't.
You don't. Everybody gets big head. They get the same thing. You don't have.
I have the things here, like from all the fucking bumps, growth. Right? Yeah, fucking huge.
But you know what? Actually, here's another time I'm saying something I probably never said on a podcast before. Well, I know I've only done 3, but this is my 3rd. But actually, guys, you're the first ones hearing this from Golias himself, just joking. But I'm actually thinking about doing growth, HGH, because I've looked into it, and I've looked into it. If you're taking it from a doctor, if I do get it from this doctor who might be able to subscribe it for me because of my injury, and take a low dose, I might take it not for like to get like the huge shit, but like actually for health.
Yeah.
They're telling me, if I took like 2 a day, it actually benefit my situation.
Yeah.
Not, obviously to get super big, take 8 to 10, whatever, 12. I mean, I heard Dallas was taking 18 a day. Obviously if you want to take that crazy amount, but I wouldn't be taking it for that reason. That's why I do take it, more for like the health of it.
Yeah, I take 1 to 2 I use now just for.
Yeah. So this is what I'm trying to say. So if the doctor could get it for me, then it would be my first time actually taking HGH. But like I said, it wouldn't be a high dose. So I don't even know if it's worth even mentioning it. But
just so you know, if you're really interested in the nerve, if you have a nerve problem, there's something else. It's called cerebrolysin. It comes in amps from Russia. It is actually growth factors for the brain and nervous system. They inject it in people when they get traumatic brain injuries right after. You can get 5 cc bottles, 1 cc bottles. Most of my clients inject it every day or a few days a week. And it really helps with depression, anxiety, things like that, because they're growth factors for the brain. Whereas growth hormone, it has downstream growth factors for the nerves. But anyway, we'll end it there. One last stop for us.